Fantasy football, astrology bros. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning back into the channel here. We're getting ready for week 5 and the waiver wires, the East Coast is already sleeping. I'm shooting this Tuesday night, so I kind of wanted to do just a quick coaching video, some good buy and sell targets. We're going to talk astrology. We're going to show how astrology is being exposed, if you will, is being utilized unbeknownst to the people who are benefiting from them. I've identified astrological patterns, and they begin and they continue and they're emerging all over the place. So we have a couple of different environments that are new this week. We've got the Miami Dolphins, and we've got a new quarterback in there. And remember, the pattern that I've identified is that it's very important that the quarterback and that the wide receivers have the most compatible astrology. Okay, so what happened here is you've got Teddy Bridgewater as a Scorpio, that's a water sign, and Tyreek Hill as a Pisces, also a water sign, and you also have fixed moving to mutable. So that's the way the astrological wheel does move. And I find this pattern to be absolutely the most awesome freaking pattern that you can find and in football. It's the same as Jerry Rice. It's the same as Jerry Rice and Joe Montana, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. To identify that is, and Teddy Bridgewater and Tyreek Hill actually have that. So a little bit different from Tua because Tua is a Pisces. So I really expect, and we kind of saw that, right? Thursday, it was all Tyreek Hill. Now, Mike McDaniel, as a Pisces, gosh, he was doing a lot to keep calling and play calling Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle was coming off of a groin injury, right? So we can't, it's just a very small sample size. We can't rule out Jalen Waddle yet, but we might consider trading him. Now, guys, you really want to get a really nice piece if you are going to consider trading Jalen Waddle, because Jalen Waddle also has really good astrology. Scorpio, Sagittarius is right after Scorpio. So that's fixed, moving immutable, and fire draws water in, okay? So fire or water is attracted towards fire, fire towards earth, so on. So we're studying the cycles, the elements, and how these things work. And so I really like Jalen Waddle's astrology as well, but not nearly as much as I like Tyreek's here. This is a beautiful, beautiful match. And if you could get a really excellent, and I do mean excellent piece out of Jalen Waddle, you might consider trading him. But I'm a Jalen Waddle owner. I'm holding. You'd have to give me quite a bit to get rid of Jalen Waddle. So that's just what we're seeing in the Dolphins. Guys, we're already seeing the astrology emerging between Bridgewater and Hill. Okay? Moving on to the Jets. All right? We're all curious. Zach Wilson. Who's he going to favor? Well, what did it look like on Sunday? It looked like Corey Davis is back, right? Trusty old Davis. Elijah Moore had a more productive time, it seemed. And Garrett Wilson kind of got left behind a little bit. So, but here's the good news, guys. This is creating an excellent buy low on Garrett Wilson right now. One of my absolute favorite smashes. If you want to set up a trade, Garrett Wilson, he looks like he's being faded by Zach Wilson, but due to the astrology, Leo, fixed, staying at home with fixed, I believe is better than Leo moving backwards into those cardinal signs. Okay, if you're curious about how my process worked, I made a masterclass video. It's on a flagship on my YouTube channel, and you can check that out. And I show you how really effective this predictive model is. Okay. So if we're following the astrology here, Garrett Wilson, yeah, he had a bad week, but he will eventually emerge as the guy in this offense. So really excellent buy low candidate. I cannot stress trying to get your hands on Garrett Wilson this week in a sneaky trade package. Okay? And now moving on with the Steelers. I freaking love this guy. This is hilarious. I almost made a video before this all happened. I didn't expect Kenny Pickett for them to throw him into the fire because they have one of the most awful schedules against some crazy good defenses for like all the way up until like week 11. So I'm not into spending any fab or any waiver wire pick on George Pickens. Okay, everyone's saying, yeah, pick him up off the waivers. He's not. If I had to guess, guys, even though the astrology is super good, George Pickens and these guys are going to struggle mightily just based off of the defenses, okay? But the good thing is, yes, 100%, Kenny Pickett would be favoring George Pickens. Speaking towards the astrology, absolutely, the Gemini is going to favor the Aries, okay? The mutables moving to the Cardinal. That is a really excellent, strong match. You love to see that. So, will Kenny Pickett survive the next 6 weeks or so? I don't know. But if he does, beyond that, I think George Pickens is going to be really, really excellent. Also, real quick, guys, please don't hate for the sell candidate here. It's funny. You come up with sell candidates and people don't want to move on them. It's funny to me. But with Ceedee Lamb, Dak Prescott coming to the fold. Once again, astrology predicted this to a T. Cooper Rush, we said, is going to really heavily favor Ceedee Lamb, and he's been showing that. Okay, Ceedee Lamb's had 2 productive weeks in a row, but with Prescott coming back, and here's the kicker, with Michael Gallup coming back, he should heavily favor, I believe, he'll heavily favor Michael Gallup in that scenario. So even if he only goes 50-50 with Gallup and Ceedee Lamb, based on play calling and all these other factors that we have to consider, talent level, talent profile, draft pick level, all these things considered, I think Ceedee Lamb and Gallup are probably going to be closer to a 50-50-ish type role. So if you could swing right now a Ceedee Lamb for a Jamar Chase, right? It really depends on your needs. I've been speaking, try to get Jonathan Taylor, try to get Breece Hall. There are a few guys. Try to get Ramondre Stevenson, I think is a really excellent addition this week. Kareem Hunt's out there. Pretty good buy low candidates, okay? So whoever you guys like, I think Jamar Chase is my absolute favorite. I'm a Jamar Chase owner, so I wouldn't sell him for Ceedee Lamb, but knowing what I know. But some people are not like me. They're looking at the points, and they're thinking, hey, Ceedee Lamb's more productive. I want that. So sell Ceedee Lamb for Jamar Chase if you can, or for whatever else you might need, running back or what have you. And this is what I got for you in this video, guys. Let me know what you guys want to see. I know we got a lot of running backs to discuss on the waivers coming out this week. Just a quick little thumbs up. I really do like Latavius Murray. He's looking strong, although I do think the astrology favors Boone more than anybody over there. He's got a really good match with his offensive coordinator over there. So, but a lot more to discuss with the running backs. Like what I see out of Teddy Bridgewater as well. I think he is a really good add if you need a quarterback help. So just a couple of passing thoughts there, guys. Let's have an awesome week.